Now the ovens, they really give you an impression for how massive this technology was.
Yeah, it really does give a greater understanding of how a massive room like the one we were just in would be heated.
Now, you said these stones would retain the heat. For how long?
I believe in 1824, they did an experiment on heating the castle I talked about earlier, and the effects of the heat could be felt for up to 15 hours after they opened the ovens.
How did the logistics work? I mean, we're pretty far underground right now. The chamber is relatively small in comparison to the rest of the castle. How did this function? Who worked here?
Probably would have been an employee, maybe a Diener in German, a servant. They would be responsible for maintaining the heat in the Grand Master Palace or the refectory when he had guests.
Considering that the monks, the order did not have heat and they were sleeping in the cold, would this be a coveted job because you'd be warm all day?
I think so. Like every job, it has its payoffs, right? I mean, sure, you would be warm, but you would be loading fuel into the ovens all day too. Maybe kind of working like at a pizza restaurant or something, and standing in front of an oven all day might not be that great.
He's telling the truth here. In addition to hauling lumber, removing ash, and blowing the flames, the job required operators to rotate the massive stones and ultimately replace them, since after a certain number of burns, they would become brittle and lose their ability to retain heat. Yet beyond even that, there were much bigger challenges when it came to obtaining the precious fuel required to heat this massive castle.
The main problem would be actually finding wood for supplies. This area of Poland, Żuławy, it doesn't have a lot of natural deposits of wood, so wood had to be used sparingly. In the Grand Master Palace, there are several examples of smaller fireplaces, even private heating systems. For example, the room where the Grand Master would sort of reflect, his reading room, if you will, had, I believe, 3 valves for a heating system where he could stay comfortable. You also would have heating systems in the high castle, the monastic space where the chapter was held, where the Church of the Virgin Mary is. This also would have had heating because these were important meetings for higher officials of the Teutonic Order, and they wanted to be comfortable.